While I'd argue that there have definitely been more hits than misses, when the F50 line missed, it missed big. So with that in mind, here are, in my opinion, the 3 worst Adidas F50s of all time. Many would argue that the 2014 F50 Adizero is the best F50 of all time. Its replacement, however, was a huge step backwards in just about every single way. The 2015 F50 Adizero was controversial not only because of its weird all-over snakeskin pattern, which I happen to really like the look of this boot, but its all-over hybrid touch construction was thicker and more padded than the 2014 model. The leather upper variation was just no good. The boots as a whole gained a significant amount of weight. The fit and comfort was nowhere near as good as the 2014 generation, and the new sprint frame sole plate and stud pattern was less responsive, bulkier, and just simply put, offered worse traction. The response was so poor, in fact, that Adidas discontinued the F50 line within the same year. While the tunic concept had a bunch of different problems, easily one of the worst was the first one that came in 2006 in the form of the F50.6 tunic. Of course, this is the remake pair that we got a couple years ago without the interchangeable studs and chassis, which makes this significantly lighter and just less bulky than the OGs would have been. But this upper design as a whole, with its laminated plastic appearance, feels about as premium as it looks. The giant seam cutting across the middle of the toe box is just one of the worst designs of all time. Believe it or not, this is a much better shape than the original would have been, and it also has one of the most unnecessarily bulky lace cover systems of any football boot ever created. They were kind of cool at the time just because they look so different from everything else, but if we're being real, this was a pretty bad pair of football boots. While they're incredibly cool looking and we all wanted a pair when we were kids, the 2008 F50.8 tunic is definitely one of the worst F50s of all time, not just because of the flawed tunic system that made these highly unreliable and very heavy for a pair of speed boots, but because of the introduction of a less klar technology, German for all clear, which was the clear plastic material that made up the heel and lower ankle area of the upper, with little circular cutouts on the inside, effectively making for what felt like a cheese grater for a heel liner. Long story short, there's a reason why pro footballers who were supposed to be wearing the F50s at the time chose to wear the takedown model F30 instead.